used to work with military retirees, and he had them basically to write an autobiography after they completed the military, and then he would analyze it. Richard Bowles looked at his work and said, gosh, because they were afraid he was going to die, and nobody knew what his secrets were. So they sent Richard Bowles to watch him, to interview him, and to figure out what he was doing. So when Richard Bowles, and this was in Washington, D.C., Richard Bowles watched him and said, the average person is not going to do this. So how do we do it so the average person will do it? So he said, well, we'll try the trios. So about 4 years, they tested this concept about the trios, working with them in small groups and trios. And they perfected where it worked most of the time. So I've refined that, and we do it in trios. We've included that because it's a good fit for education. See, what School to Success does is link directly to the education that you already have. Show that you already have a gold mine. Okay? And we move from there. These are the 8 steps, and these steps have been tested in and out. First, develop basic computer skills for school and work. Now, today, a child is born in the computer era. Yeah. Whereby when you say typewriter, they don't know what that is. They don't even know how we made it. Typewriter, what is that? So they know how to use a computer. What I've discovered in the process is to teach them how to use it for school and for work. You don't have to teach them how to use a mouse or anything. You don't have to teach them how to surf the internet, because they go to places where they shouldn't be going on the internet. So they know how to do that, but we have to teach them how to use it for school and work, so it's beneficial. Then explore education career opportunities, big, large arena. I'll talk about the study in a minute and some of the results of that and the importance of it. Then identify skills. We do that through, as I mentioned earlier, through the writing process, which allow them to use the English and all the classes they're using in school. That they have that they were taught in school. And then step 5, create a thing you love to do list. Everybody has that, but if you ask a person, tell me what you love, they have to stop and think. They have to stop and think about that because they hadn't thought about it before. Develop a resume in simple and complex format, and resumes are designed based upon the focus. Do mock interviews. Get them to understand that there are all type of interviews. You need to interview to go to college. You need to interview for a job. You need to interview in different areas for different things. And then last but not least, create an education and career plan. That's a 5-year plan. Doesn't mean that it's not going to change. It means that you're thinking about something now, and the fact that you have a plan, you have a roadmap, and you know where you're going, and everybody knows where you're going. Okay, next. The course ran for 2 to 4 months. Class lasts for 2 hours and were held in schools, churches, community-based organizations. The class size was limited to 15. Now, we talk about small class size. The teachers are losing students. In fact, the prison system has a ratio of about 1 to 12 and less. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if we could turn that around and say, okay, make the 1 to 12 in our school system, and then we wouldn't have need for so many prisons. Okay, the best teacher can't reach 35 students. Not if I have to teach one student all day how to do a particular math problem. How am I going to reach everybody? You can't do it. You can't do it. So we teach in small groups. Anything over 15, there has to be another person. And the class size are from 1 to 15. So individualized, self-paced, hands-on, interactive technology, enhanced instructional methods we use. So we deal with the individual. Now, one issue when people look at large districts, say, okay, we have a district of 20,000 students. How are you going to reach all of these? Well, we know realistically we're not going to reach everybody, but we're going to do our best to reach. And we have a plan to get students, to get teachers, and we're looking for retired teachers. We're looking for teachers who are interested in what we do. We're looking for counselors, because this program is designed to help counselors in guiding our children to use to get the best out of the education that they have. And then we have assessment before and during the course of the instruction. Now, we have a workbook with 8 steps to success, and every step is evaluated along the way. So we don't wait till we get to the end and say, well, how you doing? You might take the second step, right? We need to know that. We need to know that. So we evaluate it while it moves through. Now, how is the school success model different from other career development programs? Okay. What's unique about us? Number one, school success feels the need for career counseling in our school system. As I mentioned earlier, we don't have enough counselors, and I will show you some specific statistics on that. Secondly, the focus of school success is purpose. You don't have a purpose, you don't have a reason to live. See, but everybody has one. The job is finding it. Now, most of us have to work for it. I have to work for that. Some people know it. That's about 2%. They come here and they know it. You know. Derek Luke, your son, we were talking about her son. He knew at a very young age. Steven Spielberg, he knew at a very young age. That's what they want to be. So when a child does that, then it needs to be supported. It needs to be supported because that's where the skills are. See, the teachers, and I was proud to hear that Shaletta, to me, is a converted teacher. She knows, converted teacher, because she knows a lot about that business side now. I heard it in your presentation. Yeah. I heard it in your presentation. Many educators do not know what you know about that other side. And I heard it plainly in your presentation. And that's great. We need more teachers like that to help them understand. But they'll never understand unless somebody educates them about that. Remember, a teacher goes to college 4 years and they might do an internship somewhere. And the internship is in their field, mathematics, English, or whatever, sociology, or whatever it might be. And after that, they go to work at a school district, and they stay there for 30 years. So now they haven't taught anything other than that, and they're great at that. But they can't teach career development.
No, they can't.
No, they can't teach career development. And that's an example of the teacher that will say, that student can't make it. He's dumb. He needs to go to special ed. Yeah, they send him to special ed. Now, mind you, they send him a genius to special ed. That's what they did with Einstein. Okay? That's what they did with Einstein. Send him, no, this guy can't make it. And that's what happens in that because they don't understand that. Okay? They don't understand that. So, school success is going to help with that. Okay, once the student enrolls, he or she is a student for life. We get them in, we have a system now for the student to stay in the program because some students learn faster than others. Our role is very specific. We get them to discover their purpose. Once they do that, then we help them to select a school. Traditionally, what happens, you ask a student, or anybody, most people, what are you going to do next year? Well, I'm going to college. Okay. They've already chosen the school. Well, what school? Well, I'm going to Yale or some other Ivy League school. They have chosen a career. They've chosen a school. They've also chosen they might, in fact, choose a major arbitrarily. That's not effective. Yes. What we teach in school of success is turn that around. Let's find out who you are and where you fit. Right. And we're not going to tell you that. We're going to set the environment up so you tell us that.
That's right.
And once you tell us that, then we go and do all the research and say, look, we have 50 schools over here to teach this. Now we have to narrow down which one is best for you.
Amen.
Which one is best for you? Okay. Next, we provide tracking and follow-up service. Many years ago, Yale did a research study, a 20-year study on a graduating class, and the focus was financial. They wanted to know how much money did these students made over a period of time. So over this 20-year study, they conducted the study for 20 years. They followed the students for 20 years and found out that the students, only 3% of the students had written, clearly defined, articulated goals. Okay? Those 3% of the students had made more money than the other 97% combined. All due to a focus. And so what that means